Beats Planet.
I'm doing it right this second. What you ain't hear me counting down?
My bad.
Golly.
That Momo challenge, man. Shit.
Hey man, come on now. What's good, y'all? Voch Lombardi up in here. Law Nation is in the place to be. What's up, sir?
What's up, fam?
Cooling. We sent out links to Okoye, whether he got it. We sent out links to Foots the King. Will he be here? Hey, you know. So I know I advertised roundtable, but this is it's goddamn peg, was a square little peg table here. But me and Law Nation are here right now, and our East Coast brethren will probably show up at some point though. What's good, Law? Been a minute.
Man, everything is good, man. Just ready for this season kickoff, man. It's moving too slow for me right now.
I'm taking my time, man. This is the best part of the year for me. I like player acquisition. I like free agency. I like draft. I like mixing and matching. I like leveling up, using your experience points to learn brand new spells. Boy, it's my favorite part, man. It's my favorite part. We got a lot of stuff, man. A lot of stuff to talk about. Let me set the table or whatnot. We probably won't go phones because when we do phones, boy, do people get long-winded, and we end up here for 3 hours. He trying to be here for 3 hours with y'all. But we had the Jason Witten news. I'm gonna get thoughts and opinions on that. Plus, if you know, we can always go to the chat box and start fussing at y'all or whatnot. And the whole Randy Gregory, David Irving thing. If y'all have any thoughts on that, tidbits on that we can get into that, and we can do a general Cowboys QnA. But we'll let you know. All right, y'all, we going to the chat box for QnA. Say something. You know what I'm saying? Like we'll give y'all the proper heads up when it's time to get into that. But the table is set. Let's see what we're talking about. Law Nation. What was your first reaction for this whole Jason Witten return, bro?
My first reaction was, damn, we fall in love with our players. And then I had to sit back and look at everything, and I said, okay, well, you can say this right here. He will bring in some leadership. And I love the fact that all last year, Ezekiel Elliott had a chance to grow, right? Mm-hmm. He became the voice of the locker room on the offensive side of the ball, and Dak Prescott. So now you bring back Jason Witten. And I can say from here, experience is going to be there. But as far as like drafting the tight end, that might be swept out the window. Jeff Swain, he may be swept out the window. And the footsteps allowed for Rico Gathers. That's my first impression.
Man, Cowboy fans so phony, dog. He's just so as a fan, as a whole, and I wouldn't say I'm phony, but damn, the average just kind of pulled me in with him. You know what I mean? And and you hit it on the nose because I was gonna say it. Boy, we don't know how to let go of our players. Boy, if anybody has said we don't know how to let go of our players, the New England Patriots never let players hang on this long. You know them Cowboy fans that bring the Patriots up every time they get. If you think that way, but you're also excited Jason Witten has come back, you're phony. You're phony as hell. What about the leadership, Voch? We were fine leadership-wise without him. We found leaders on this team. Offense got a few. Defense got a few. You know what I mean? Leaders, that is. You know what I'm saying? We ain't have this shortage of leaders. Well, what about those 5-yard routes? There is no shortage of 5-yard targets on this damn team. You ain't gonna sell Jason Witten, the $5 million 37-year-old, on 5-yard routes. Well, what about leadership in that tight end room? That's what your coach is for. Don't come in here playing with me. Law, Jason Witten he was too slow when he was in playing shape.
Right. That's why I love your show, man. You so unfiltered, man. You speak straight from your heart. And
in the best shape of his life, we were still
Yeah.
complaining about him being slow and not getting no yak. Now all of a sudden, oh, he's back. Oh, we can finally throw 5-yard outs on third down. Now, come on, fam. We can finally throw 5-yard outs on third down now? Huh? Then there's this notion that, oh, Jason's a fantastic blocker. No, he ain't. He just blocked better than these other tight ends that play receiver but play tight end. He blocked better than Evan Ingram.
True that.
But do he block better? Like, does he block well, like, amongst the top tier blocking tight ends? Nah. He don't block like Gronk no more. He don't block like Kittle no more. He don't block like those guys, like O.J. Howard and Cameron Brate. He don't block like them.
We fall in love, man.
The hell going on up here? Now, I always got to play devil's advocate with myself. I got to step back and say, you know what? This front office, they know more than me. I'm not too proud to say that they're more football smart than me. And if they see something in Jason Witten and they want to pay $5 million for it and they think it'll work, maybe it works. But I was fine. But I was fine without him, Law. And I ain't even tripping on the $5 million because we got cap space to get it done. We got cap space to get it done. So if you don't mind me filibustering for a minute, sir.
Do your thing.
I started thinking about how Jason fits. Okay? And the only way that you can make me not upset is if Kellen Moore brings in a lot more of these 2 tight end packages and we're playing high-low game. You know what I'm saying? Voch, what you mean high-low game? Well, that's when, Jason and Blake Jarwin are both our tight ends, right? And one tight end don't go farther than 5 yards. But the other tight end stops his route nowhere within 5 yards. It's just based on a read. So Jason can run the ins, hitches, outs, close options or whatever. And Jarwin can be your down the seams guy, your corners, your smash concepts or whatever. He can be that guy for you. You know what I'm saying? But damn, dog, Dalton Schultz could be the damn low guy. I know he run better than Jason right now.
Well, for stats for those who out there who love him, Jarwin averaged 11 yards a catch, and your boy Schultz, he averaged 9.
Jason was like 7. Yeah.
Jason in his last 2 or 3 years, he averaged 7.1. So that gives you guys a little perspective of what Jason Witten is going to do when he gets out there on the field at 37 and 38 years old.
And I know what's going to happen, man. Jason going to catch a damn touchdown. They go like, yo, Voch, what do you think about Jason Witten? Damn, Jarwin would have caught that motherfucker too. I ain't trying. And Law, like, I'm on record. I wasn't even trying to draft a tight end. I think we find a tight end. I just think people expect too much out of these year one guys. Travis Kelce had 1 catch year one. What's my man? Zach Ertz wasn't good year one. My man, both guys in Tampa Bay, they weren't great year one players. It take time for tight ends to grow and to develop. And when we see, Dalton Schultz and Blake Jarwin come on towards the end of the season, now you're gonna bring the $5 million 37-year-old that can't run to just jumble that mess all the way back up. I don't know how I feel, man. But if Kellen Moore can make it work, Kellen. Please, God, make it work.
They said the base of his offense is 12 personnel, not 21, but 12. I saw somebody put it in the chat box, but it's 12 personnel. That's what he likes to run with motions and things like that.
Man, that's that Boise State shit when they had tight ends running 4-5s. We ain't got no 4-5. Got no 4 or 5 tight ends, man. Come on, man. I watched the Boise State tape just like y'all, man. Would you get out of here? Would y'all get out of here? If anything, watch film on Iowa because they got two damn tight ends that can play. Go watch film on them and how they do their guys. Please. I'm listening, though. Go ahead.
No. It's all good because they're also saying in the chat box, sure hands catcher. What do you think about that?
I think nothing of that. How many drops Blake Jarwin got this year? I can't count them. Get out of here. Sure hand catch. You're a damn professional. Catch the damn football. Catch the damn ball, regardless. If you can't catch the ball, get off the field. Blake Jarwin's going to be on the field for you. He can catch the ball. And he can yak. He can run before he catch the damn ball. Jason 37.
Beyond the tight end call right there, what do you think about this? Is Cole Beasley going to be back on his team? Because he was your short intermediate guy who don't have a lot of yak. So does this mean the writing on the wall with him? Does this mean that you throw out the notion of moving Noah Brown in as the tight end? Because that's what the Cowboys favorites are saying. Noah Brown is the new tight end. What are your thoughts on that, Voch?
Blake Jarwin is the damn tight end. Blake Jarwin and Dalton Schultz are the damn tight ends of this team. If we draft one and push Rico off the bridge, then that third guy will also be a tight end on this team. Jason Witten is a tight end on this team. Noah Brown is not a damn tight end on this team. What else you were saying? You were saying something else, Law. My bad.
With Cole Beasley, you know.
Okay, Bees. This is the problem with Bees.
The highest number of slot receiver. Yeah.
This the problem with Bees. Bees making 3.5, and he caught 70 catches. Bees wants more catches and double that salary number. So Bees want to be in the 7 somewhere. That's my first problem. And if Zeke's gonna be dump off guy, and I guess Jason Witten's gonna take turns being dump off guy, so Zeke won't have to be. But if Coop is your number 1 guy, Gallup is your number 2 guy, I think B's getting 70 catches ain't that bad. Will you get your 3.5 and shut your face? Because you're going to go out into this market. You're going to end up on a team, Detroit, some shit. And you can be like, damn, it's different out here, boy. This quarterback in Detroit can throw the ball deep. We losing out here, though. Shit.
He getting that number. Shit. This is the thing. And I know that you mentioned about the Patriots earlier. You know, they had the same scenario. Julian, he's getting paid what Beasley getting paid right now. But the thing is, Amendola wanted to get that bag, right?
Sure.
The Patriots said, you know what? We'll just let you test the market. And lo and behold, the Dolphins said, okay, we'll snatch you up, Amendola. They gave him 7.5, close to $8 million, right?
Mm-hmm.
In return, the Patriots got a 3rd round compensatory pick for that because I guess he produced enough down there in I guess Florida land for that to happen. Now, I can say this. I don't think that Amendola is better than Cole Beasley, but the opportunity exists for him, you see. So I'm thinking that what Cole Beasley is looking at, hey, I'm finna be 30. I want to get that bag like Amendola. I should get at least $7 to $8 million. But I don't think that we should reach in our pockets and pay Beasley that type of money.
That man better go win a championship or something. Get out of my face. Jay Steno says, "Don't disrespect Detroit, especially if you're a Cowboys fan." I say what I want on my show.
Get them.
Yeah, wrong with y'all. Say what I want up in here. Go to the Lions YouTube guy. Go to him. What are they talking about tonight? Get out of here.
Oh, buddy. Let me hear the call, man. Let me hear it, man.
I ain't got it, man. Like,
he deleted it.
No, I ain't deleted it. I just ain't opened up the program. I didn't open up the program and prep.
Y'all ready to get me crunk, man.
I just didn't prep everything. I just didn't have it all prepped. Why you got to put me on the spot like that, Law?
I'm ready to hear it, man.
Damn.
You gave him the business naive.
And I ain't trying to be mean to the Detroit fan, but come on, fam. I can talk about Detroit. You ain't winning out there. You ain't winning. But Matt Stafford better than Dak. He may be more tough, but he ain't winning out there. That's what matters, man. When y'all ain't trying to pay my damn quarterback, that's what matters. Matt Ryan ain't playing the playoffs this year.
True that.
Aaron Rodgers ain't playing the playoffs this year.
Preach.
Let me play my shit. Get up out of here. Let me play my shit.
Whoa!
Play my shit. Play my shit. Got an Oscar for the best original score the other night. Salute the composer Ludwig Göransson. Salute to him. And the rest of the Black Panther crew for winning. Anyway, man, look, I ain't look, okay, so I've said what I had to say about Jason Witten. Not the biggest fan of it, but hey, if he only gets on the field like third and short or something like that, then I ain't mad at it. But then I'd be mad that we paying $5 million to somebody that's not going to be on the field, but for like half the time. That'll make me angry. You know what I'm saying? That'll piss me off a little bit. That if we spending $5 million on him, but he's only playing 30% of the snaps, that'll make me mad.
This probably be a favor from the Joneses, though. I mean, let's call a spade a spade. They had them on ESPN. They had your boy Booger. He's inside a little what does it call it? A moving tree stump stand.
He in a damn deer stand looking for wild game out there. Just in case a damn antelope run across the field, he want to have the bird's eye vantage point on the mountain. I'm listening. Go ahead.
Nah. Then they had your boy Jason Witten talking about pulling a rabbit out of a head, and we sitting there like, what is he talking about?
Look, man, that's a hard job. I'm not gonna sit up here and criticize Witten, man. People on the internet get way too comfortable, dog. I ain't gonna criticize Witten too much.
But that transition with Tony Romo was so smooth with it,
Or Tony's the GOAT.
He is.
Tony's the GOAT, and Witten's huge, and he was slow when he was in the best shape of his life.
Hey, you know how that thing that say get out of jail free card? They said Jerry Jones probably said, you know what, that's my boy up there.
You always got a home here. You always got a home here, Jason. If you need anything, just call us. That old line.
That's exactly what happened. You saw. Hey, I don't know if you remember it, but it happened with Emmitt Smith too, man.
I was born in '92, man. Come on, my guy.
They put Emmitt Smith in the ESPN booth. Shout out to Emmitt, one of the greatest running backs of all time. But he just couldn't do it. He couldn't do it.
Man, it ain't for everybody, man. It's not for everybody. What you think about? We'll go one by one. Let's do the easiest first. David Irving, man. What's the move, man?
He said he didn't have no off the field issues all year long.
David really didn't know what team he was on. David Irving had no idea what his damn contract was like.
And now I'm just on his Instagram. He's up there now dancing. I think he was twerking or something now, a grown 6'7" man twerking. And I'm sitting here like, come on, fam. I don't know where his head is at, man. I think that blonde patch got into his brain. I don't know, man. I love what all he can exhibit out there on the field. We was talking about how nasty this defense been all last year, right? And then we was just dreaming about, man, if you put David Irving inside and then you rotated Antoine Barbecue Woods in, man, his team would be lights out. But the kid just don't love football. And I'm thinking that he's using all of these excuses, talking about somebody held him back and told him not to come in, and he missing the mandatory drug testing. I bet you about 15 years from now, there's going to be an ESPN 30 for 30, and he's going to be on there saying, man, I blew it. I was a dominant defensive player in the NFL, and I just couldn't get my head out of my what.
When y'all hear me talk about these draft guys, and I start talking about various issues that they may have, you'll hear me talk about I don't love football guy. You know what I mean? And that could be like I don't love football guy could be a pretty good player for you. But they don't love ball. They're not gonna, fight through that rehab and try to get back and be available for you. Or they're not gonna, give everything that they can to be great, to improve. You know what I mean? I don't know what David Irving is like in the weight room, but I'm willing to bet he skip a lot of reps and he's good based on talent that he has God given. You know what I'm saying? Indeed. I'm willing to bet $20 to a dough that he's using a lot of God-given talent. Because if you look at how he grew technique-wise, he never grew technique-wise. He just we lined him up. He just beat whoever the hell was in front of him. If David Irving loved football, he would probably improve. He'll probably be getting a second contract by now. He'll probably be one of the foundation pieces of this team, but he's not, because he's not I love football guy. You see what I'm saying? He's indifferent.
Y'all, don't crucify me when I say this.
Crucify me. I don't care.
Hey, Voch got skin of thick wool, Wolverine type of healing powers. Look, that damn David Irving in college pulled. Y'all go to a stop sign. That joker pulled a stop sign up out of the ground. And he got arrested for it. That's how strong he is. David Irving is in the same ilk of an Aaron Donald. Don't crucify me, but his mind ain't there. Just think about that. That's all I have to say.
I ain't mad at you. Super athletic interior guy.
Now I know you don't like to do comparables,
I don't.
but who's the guy that's coming out of this draft that he don't like football, gun under the seat guy that you always say? Who's that guy that we need to look out for and hope that Jerry Jones don't fall in love with him? Who's that guy coming out of the draft this year?
Law, how you gonna look me in the face and be like, Law, Voch, I'm not gonna ask you to compare anybody, but then you follow right up.
Gun under the seat guy.
I told you not to shoot nobody. And the first thing you did when you come up in here is shoot somebody. Gun under the seat. I mean, it depends. There's a guy. He's a wide receiver. I don't know if you're necessarily looking for wide receivers, but Preston Williams from Colorado State. He's not allowed to go to the combine because he's gun under the seat guy. But I mean, he's a talented player that could fall. Jeffrey Simmons. He got in his little bit of trouble at Mississippi State. Plus, he got a little knee injury there, so that's possible. Jerry,
is that the guy that slapped the woman or something because he was trying to fight his sister or something?
Okay. And who else though? Who? Come on, Law, you can't do that. Some people saying Jerry Tillery. Sure. Dre says Tillery is the best inside rusher. I don't agree, but sure, Jerry Tillery is another guy that's super talented but may fall in the draft. But he may not love football neither, so I ain't necessarily trying.
He's an in or a inside guy tackle.
Yeah, 3 tech can play some 1 tech. Jerry Tillery from Notre Dame. I just don't love football guys. That's my whole thing. Jerry is a senior. And he was invited to the combine or whatever. I'm like, okay, we get to see more of Jerry Tillery. Now, if you like a top pick, like if you not saying he's a senior, okay, cool. Let's take Josh Allen, who is a senior, right? Josh Allen didn't go to the Senior Bowl, but he's like a top 3 guy, top 5 guy. Josh ain't got much to prove here, but Jerry Tillery just flat out didn't go. He feel like he ain't got nothing to prove. And he's not injured. And they was like, why you ain't go, Jerry? He just ain't feel like going. I don't think he love to compete. It ain't like he's the clear-cut best defensive tackle in this class. He ain't clear-cut top 5. But with a Senior Bowl, he probably could have helped himself. But that's that David Irving syndrome, man. He don't want to compete. He don't want to be out there. He just kind of want to show up and do the job, and that ain't the kind of guys I'm looking for.
Well, let me ask you this. Now, the David Irving situation, it only cut us and hurt us from the aspect of we know his potential.
Man,
but on the other end, if you look at Randy Gregory, we can look at David Irving and say, okay, he was just like a guy that we reached for anyway. He was like what? Not even a non-draft pick. He was just like floating out there. Kansas City cut him. We picked him up.
Sure.
But Randy Gregory is a different topic.
Sure.
He was a 2nd round draft pick, I believe, right? Or 3rd, something like that.
Second round.
Second. He was 2nd. So that cut us deep. And it got a little mental issues with it as well. It's not nothing that you can say, well, the guy's coping with something like David Irving just out there parlaying and gallivanting and missing drug testing and things like this.
Sure.
You can see contrite, I guess, movement with Randy Gregory. Sure. In the sense that you might can say, man, this guy just got bipolar. He's just trying to self-medicate. What's your thought on Randy Gregory?
Well, and I kind of want to be careful when I'm treading this water, right?
Right.
Because when we saw the headline, the tweet, the update, I kind of want to preach patience a little bit. You know what I mean? I didn't just jump on the channel talking shit about Randy Gregory because I didn't have the details. And somebody on Twitter asked me and said, "Yo, Voch, you done with Randy yet?" I'm like, I don't know. I don't know the details, right? Because the wording of the tweet was like they ain't flat out say, "Oh, we got Randy smoking that shit again. We got he out for a year." The tweet was more so of the lines of that he violated the bullshit ass agreement that he made with the league. You know the wording, the conditional agreement that Randy he violated that. I don't think the wording of it didn't say, "Oh shit, y'all, Randy Gregory, he got caught smoking again." I think it's more so of the lines of, "Hey, we knocked on Randy Gregory's door at 3 a.m. for like a urine sample. But he wasn't where he said he was. Like he was, I don't know, he was out drinking with his homies. You know what I'm saying? Something like that."
Right.
I think that may be the case. So when we up here, when we're listening, when we're evaluating, like what's next, I ain't hearing nobody saying Randy gonna be kicked out the league. You know?
I didn't hear that. Yeah.
What the hell are Koye doing?
QnA.
Hold on. Hello? What's up, man?
What's good with you?
You trying to do the round table?
I'm driving. I can't do the hangouts from my phone. The phone app. I mean, if I can, I don't know how.
What the hell?
You got to download the app.
Yeah. So you probably not gonna make the round table tonight?
Yeah, I mean, unless you can just plug me in on the phone. I wanted to do it, on the phone if you can.
Well, let's see, man. I don't know if I can plug you on the phone. It's all right, this is what we gonna do. I'm about to cut my speakerphone up loud as hell. And we
How do we call in? Like the callers that call in.
Oh, okay, shit. Well, God, that's perfect. Shit, man. I'm gonna send you the number. Hang up.
Yep. Check.
That's way smarter than what I was gonna do. I was gonna hold this damn phone up to the microphone. To the microphone.
Yeah.
So what was I? So I think the wording is very important. And to be fair, if Randy didn't get caught smoking weed, if he more so got, Randy, you missed this date. Like, where were you at? I think they can, or whatever. Like, okay, like I was saying, I didn't hear nobody say, Randy's out for a year. I ain't see nobody say that. You know what I'm saying? Because if he did get caught with weed, he out. He's out. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think that's the case. So if he's out for 4 games, this changes nothing. If he's out for like 5 or 6, this changes nothing. Because this is a brand new thing that they're doing with Randy. This is a conditional agreement that they have with him. You know what I mean?
It makes a lot of sense.
Right. That's just my thoughts.
And then the timing is so right. Smoke and mirror aspect of it. Robert Kraft sitting there like, yes, thank you.
Man, let me tell you something.
Now they just move all the information from us and we can focus on them Dallas Cowboys.
Man, Robert Kraft did nothing wrong, and I think he's an amazing example for those of us that are going to be 90 years old one day. Billionaires. Look, Law, if I was 90-something years old and I was a multi-billionaire, I would buy a football team, chill with rappers, dance with Cardi B, and smash hoes on the side. Like Law. If I was 90 with $6 billion, of course I'm sitting courtside with Meek Mill and going to the spot afterwards. What do you mean?
Damn.
Oh, please.
But you wow, man. You wow.
Man, ESPN will fire me for that take. Okay, let me send this number to Akuye. Let's go 515-739-1285. I don't even know if I want to open up the phone lines because y'all like to make this show long as hell. Access. Not y'all, but these people that'll call and I'm like, all right, what you got? 60 seconds, let's go. And that turned into a 10-minute phone call. And I'm like, ugh. 309-104. All right, cool. Because I do want to get a Koye's take because I know he's going to have a very particular opinion about this. Somebody hit me up in the chat box They say, Voch, if you're done with David Irving, you have to be done with Randy Gregory. False, Special K. Let me tell you why. Because Randy Gregory shows evidence that he wants to play football. Randy Gregory does what he has to do to get back on the field. Oh, I got to go through this bullshit-ass NFL conditional agreement. Cool, I'll do that. I'll be on the field. I'll be prompt. I'll come to all the practices first day. Even the voluntary practices, if I have an option to come, I'm going to be there. I'm going to be around my teammates. I'm going to show up every single week. I just happen to have an issue with this situation. David Irving's foot ain't been broken a long time. His ass just don't want to play football. So I can 100% cancel David Irving without canceling Randy Gregory.
The brother can't pay his rent, man.
This is my show. I cancel who I want. Let's bring Okoye Media up here. Okoye, what's good, man? Okoye?
Okoye.
Oh, snap. Hold on, Okoye. Wait a minute. Damn, wait a minute. He there. I got to hit that button. Shit.
The recording has started.
Hit that button. Shit. Okoye.
Fellas, what's good? What's good?
Okay, what's good, bro? What's good? What's
Salute,
good?
fam.
So listen, Okoye.
Sorry, I got you playing MacGyver today, man. My bad.
Hey, man, we going to figure it out, man. So you're not here with us, but I really do want your opinion because you're more cynical than the rest of us. Tell us about this whole Jason Witten move, man. What are your thoughts on it?
I mean, you want the fan?
No, be real. Be real. Tell me what you think. What you think about Jason Witten?
I think honestly, this is what it was. Last year, Jason Witten jumped off the boat because he didn't like the way the ship was sailing before the season started, and he thought he had a better opportunity because he was already at, in the twilight, more than twilight of his career. He's in the midnight of his career. So I thought he made that move because it seemed like it made the most sense.
Are you saying
what Tony Romo did the year before as a broadcaster, and he thought, hey, shit, I can do that. And then he did it, and just being honest, in my opinion, my humble opinion.
That bitch picked the wrong one. He picked the wrong one.
He sucked at commentary. So going back to football made perfect sense.
Okoye, are you saying
either? I don't think he quit. I think he was on his way to being fired, and they kind of like allowed him to gracefully bow out. And if they didn't, they were planning to.
Okoye, so you're saying that Jason Witten thought the 2018 Cowboys was going to be trash, but they made the playoffs without him, and he said, you know what, this gig may be better than the one I'm getting crucified for on Twitter? Is that what you're saying?
Exactly what I'm saying.
Woo! All I knew Okoye was going to bring that fire. That's why I brought him. Look, Okoye, I feel you, fam. Because, look, I'm like, man, we sure ain't really need him last year. Like, we was fine without him. And now everybody's praising, but Voch, the 5-yard outs. What we going to do without the 5-yard outs? What
we going to do without the 5-yard out?
Bro, Jarwin, Swaim, and Schultz averaged more yards per catch than this cat. Jason Witten was slow in the best shape of his life. That man came out and said, "Oh man,
he never been fast."
Look, that man said, "Hey man, look, man, I'm 36, but I feel great."
I feel like Jason Witten, just as a player, still, I think he adds an element to the tight end pool, just for the fact that he can do a little bit of everything great. He's definitely a smart player. Like he does make us. He makes us better back on the field. Like I'm not mad as a fan seeing him back in the Cowboy uniform. I don't think Swain and Jarwin and those guys are like hand over fist better at all. But I do think they have potential to be if he weren't in the way like a logjam, making it so that they're not getting that playing time necessary to become better players. So for that, it's kind of like, I know it's kind of fucked up. Like guys like Rico, you couldn't just hang it up. Swain, who knows what happens with him? He's trying to get a contract. That's going to be hard to do. You know what I'm saying? With Jason Witten coming back. So I think that's where it kind of sucks for Cowboys fans or for the team itself, is where other players who were kind of primed for either breakout seasons or just redemptive type seasons aren't going to get that opportunity now.
Then I
And
see
that dude shut down the Jared Cooks of the world, Talk Track, the Tyler Eiferts. They shut all that down, and whoever they draft from the first with the second round.
Then I see in the chat box right here, Rodney Ellis said, "But Jason Witten can block though." That's what he said. Well, if you watch the film though, Rod, boy, they be taking Jason on some rides in his run game, boy. Boy, I done seen him take Jason on some.
Rico can block.
No, Rico can absolutely block. I'm saying Jason Witten ain't as good as a blocker that the Cowboy Illuminati may lead you to believe. Just because he can't run no more, that don't mean he's a great blocker now. They still be blowing his ass up on these run plays, man.
Everything you need to know about was it Jason Witten blocking? Go back to the 2017 game. Now, of course, go look at the Raiders game. They'll tell you everything about Jason Witten blocking.
I mean, he's older now.
Oh, that was Khalil Mack though.
But damn, did you even piece
Koye, I wasn't gonna say nothing.
Right guard, together, that's working together. He bust their ass. So
Koye, I wasn't gonna say nothing, man. But look, Koye, I wasn't gonna say nothing, but he ain't had to bring up.
Get in the way though, man.
He didn't have to bring up the Mac game like that, man. He didn't have to bring the Mac game up.
Right.
But
we got mush.
But I think,
like a little boy.
But if you watch the film, sure, Jason Witten's not the best blocker in the world like he used to be. He even jumps false starts every now and then to try to get that head start on a lot of blocks, and that could be detrimental to your team too. So we'll see. It just depends, man. I would much rather have our young guys out there. I tell you what Jarwin does, and what he don't do, he don't catch the ball and just fall like Jason. At least we can get some damn yak out of him. But I think this all depends on Kellen Moore. If Kellen Moore puts us in more offensive sets to where we have multiple tight ends, then I can see us playing high guy, low guy, to where Jarwin runs more of the post smash concept seams or whatnot. There you go.
Find the opening in the zone type thing, and
there you go.
Sit down. That's pretty much it.
So it depends on Kellen, and man, I just hope Jason Witten ain't out here looking like somebody's daddy, looking like somebody's daddy at the damn Thanksgiving game. You know what I'm talking about? I just don't want Jason.
We gonna find out. Oh man, Jason. Like I know that gotta be crazy because that was supposed to be like his future, but listening to him, I said it during the season. It's like, because we're Cowboys fans, I think everybody was supposed to kind of just lie to him. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And salute his abilities, even though they didn't, they was kind of awkward. But listening to him in the booth, for me, I said it early in the season, like I just never really liked listening to him. And it wasn't a bias because he retired early or any of that. It was just, it just didn't sound right. I don't know.
But he's 37 now, making $5 million. He on the team, so we'll see. But what I do think,
what did Jerry say?
Jerry and Steven haven't really said nothing about Jason yet, so we waiting that out. But what I do think this gives us indication of, I think it shows us that they willing to put bread on this thing. You know what I mean? Which makes the Earl Thomas conversation a little more interesting, because at first, whether we got him, whether we didn't, I was fine. If we didn't get Earl, I'll just go draft a safety that I like and move on with my life. But I think that we see the Cowboys, like if you listen to what Steven was saying, yo, man, I mean, we already got the money to put aside for Zeke, Tank, Cooper, and Dak. It's already put aside. We just got to talk about it. So the fact that Steven hasn't signed re-signed those guys yet, but we're still having free agent conversation, I think it kind of lets us know that, Earl might be on the way, and we might be dropping the bag on his ass for the sake of the closing window.
Yes, indeed. And talking about that window, Voch, they, like you said, they might just go all in and say, hey, we bring in the old go back. We're just gonna go try to go crazy at this thing.
And I think that's a terrible idea.
It may be a terrible idea, but how old Jerry Jones is now again?
105.
Look, just like Shannon, 100.
We don't got no business coming back. Why don't we just bring Dez back too? How about that?
But fellas,
I know that's your boy Dez.
You want to go on one last ride? Let's go ahead and go on one last ride. Let's go ahead and do it.
My whole thing.
Bring D-Well back, everybody.
My whole
let's go get everybody's ass.
This my whole thing is
if
you look at our team, we are clearly structured to be a top contending team over the next couple years, right? If just how young we are. If you look at us, right?
A young, deep team, and most of them signed up.
Let's take a look at the Rams and the Eagles. Both those teams depleted they damn funds. Now, granted, they both are playoff teams. The Eagles they actually won a championship or whatever. But if you spend all that money on everybody, and you can't come up with a damn championship, it puts your team behind. So, yeah, the Rams, they made it, but if they don't make it like next year, and all them guys they gonna leave, the Rams might be in some shit. You know what I'm saying? The Eagles currently going through it right now. The Eagles, they won a Super Bowl, salute to them, but life after that, shit. You know? Yeah. I would like to scratch and fight and claw for a Senior Bowl, and then come back and go, man, my team's still pretty young, and we still draft pretty well. All our guys we still got depth here.
Like Seattle did.
Seattle had a good little run because they ain't just go pay for all they people. You know what I mean? That's all.
Earl Thomas was the only first round draft pick out of that group.
I think Bob.
Yep, when they were running it, he was the only first round draft pick.
Sure.
Wagner was like second or third or something like that.
He was.
Yeah, okay,
yeah.
Cool. You're right.
Browner wasn't drafted at all.
Yeah. Okay, so
I mean, they were looking pretty until they had to go pay everybody.
Hey man, draft well, man. And the Seahawks, I'll say this, they still relevant. They still a playoff team because they draft. Now, are they drafting the right way? Going to go get Penny Hart in the first round, acting like they ain't got offensive line issues. I mean, whatever. But they're still a relevant team because they draft guys. You know, Frank Clark.
Not to put them on the same pedal as us. Now, if you're the Seattle Seahawks, do you go ahead and pay Frank Clark or you let him walk?
Man, I don't keep up with the teams, man.
You got to pay Frank Clark.
I don't keep up with those.
It's kind of similar to like D-Law. You know, do you go ahead and pay him or do you let him walk? You know.
I'm not letting
just talk to me.
I get so pissed off with Cowboys fans, though, because they want to be great, but they don't want to pay none of their people.
You just talked about the draft, right?
Cowboys fans want everybody to walk out the damn door, but they want to win a Super Bowl right now. I don't get it.
Right.
Pay your guys, man.
Right.
Pay everybody. Everybody you can.
Everybody out.
Pay everybody you can.
I think bringing Earl Thomas, though, both he and Jason Witten, offense and defensively, can be that veteran leadership that we need to kind of push us over the edge and keep everybody grounded at the same time throughout the season.
See, Okoye, man, this is my thing, man. I don't think we lost leadership nowhere. You know, I think we fine with that. But I think the big difference between Earl and Jason is Earl can still run. And Earl's position mostly requires IQ and can run. Jason was slow in the best shape of his life. And he's 37. And he's $5 million. I'm sick of this shit. I'm sick of it. I think Earl Thomas comes in day one better than Xavier was. And when Earl gets here, Xavier's probably gonna play strong safety and Jeff Heath is gonna be rotational guy. That's what I think happens. You know what I'm saying? But
I think so too.
But when Jason gets here, can we promise that Jason is going to be head over heels better than Blake Jarwin?
Not at all.
We can't promise that.
Is he going to be better than Swain?
Who, Jason?
Right, yeah.
Well, I don't know. Well.
Talk to me.
Swain might not be here, and Jason being re-signed may have put that nail in his coffin. But I do
they
think,
definitely did.
yeah, but I do think Schultz and Jarwin gonna be here. So
True that.
but Swaim is off the bridge.
What's going on? What's going to happen with Rico?
Off the bridge. what you think?
You already threw him off the bridge, bro.
He's off the look, bro. Like,
I mean, I'm with it at this point.
I would love for Rico to be great, but these coaches watch him every day, and they know way more than us. It's something we don't know that they know. Mm-hmm. Boy, Rico, he got all the guns under his seat. It's something we don't know about Rico for why he ain't playing just a little bit. Like, he's just gonna come in and block and go back to the sideline. That's it, coach. He's best when he's posting people up and jumping over. Yeah, right. But there's a reason why. So I don't know, man. If he ain't figured it out now, push him off.
Okoye, before you got on, I was talking about the base of Kellen Moore's or Coach Moore's offense is 12 personnel. And with that being said, and you bring in a Jason Witten, that probably means that the Swaim is gone, the Rico is gone, the Jamez Olawale is gone, the Noah Brown, his time of playing may be gone. All those guys may be out the window, and you're gonna see a whole new crew of members out there that can play those particular roles. Even Cole Beasley may be gone because he want to get paid like the top slot receiver that's in the NFL. What are your thoughts on all that I just said?
Get Cole Beasley out of
here. I don't think they would have brought back Jason Witten if Kellen Moore didn't have a plan for him or anything they can do with him.
That's fair.
You know, even though Jerry kind of does what he wants, but once Jerry makes a move like that, though, I don't think Kellen has a choice but to use him. And if he is the genius that everybody thinks he is, doesn't matter what personnel he runs, he has to find a way to incorporate the talent that he has on his team. Like Cole Beasley is viable no matter. Well, I wouldn't line him up outside, obviously, but I don't care what you're running. You're always going to have wide receivers in the slot so at some point. So Cole Beasley, pay him. I wouldn't say pay him as the top slot receiver in the league, but I think you pay him to keep him because he's Cole Beasley. You know, if you pay $5 million to bring Jason Witten back, I'd take Cole Beasley right now over Jason Witten right now.
Would you pay Cole $7 million?
I wouldn't. I mean,
that what he wants.
Why you posing? Why you posing, Okoye?
No. Actually, I would.
Oh, you would pay him $7 million.
Oh, please.
We pay Alan Hearn $6 million.
And we was wrong for paying Alan Hearn $6 million. Just like we'll be wrong for paying Cole $7 million. Just like we wrong for giving Jason $5 million.
But this is the difference between Alan Hearn and Cole. Alan Hearn can line up on the outside of Okoye. You saw him line up on the outside. Now, although his production level wasn't
less
great,
effective though than Cole Beasley. Don't care where he lines up. How does he play when he's on the field? He don't do what Cole do.
Cole's a better player than
True that.
Yeah.
Pay him.
Yeah, that ain't even close.
$7 million though.
And I think Cole filled his deal if he wanted to deal with the Cowboys with that knee. The knee in the Giants game, man, he gets his money. Give it to him.
True that. Well, what will it be though? $7 million a year. So that's what? Give him a 3-year deal, $21 million.
Yeah. I mean,
he ain't getting
I'm not the accountant, so they can approve or disapprove whatever they want. But I'm just saying, nothing near the top. But I would put him somewhere, in the 6 to 7 range. Yeah, I think he's worth that.
Boy. If I was the accountant, Cole ain't getting 7.
I'd be fired.
I'd be gone. Cole ain't getting 7 out of me.
Bosh, the draft guy.
Sure.
Who's the best slot guy in the draft? And will they fall around 3rd and 4th round draft pick? We got 2 4th picks, so will they fall around that area?
A.J. Brown's a pretty good one. Probably not.
Let me write that name down. A.J. Brown.
A.J. Brown from Ole Miss, slot guy. Probably not. Mm-hmm. Probably won't make it. Penny Hart, slot guy, Georgia State. Maybe. Dylan Mitchell, slot guy, Oregon. Maybe. Paris Campbell, kind of like Percy Harvin, slot guy from Ohio State. May or may not be there. You know what I'm saying? Guys like that, man. Mecole Hardman, probably going to be the fastest guy at the combine. Georgia. Slot. May or may not make it. We'll see. You know,
Miko. Is it me? M-E?
Mecol, Mecole Hardman, Hardman. So we'll see.
Damn. That's a hell of a name.
Miko. Hard, man.
I'm cold. I'm hard, man. He say he cold and he hard. But yeah, man, it's plenty guys, man. I mean, you can keep going down this. JJ Arcega-Whiteside from Stanford. I don't want to hear no more about Lil Jordan Humphrey, man. Don't know about these Cowboys.
Ain't nothing low about that dude. I looked him up. He a big old boy.
Yeah, he about 6'4", but he's a sly guy. Listen, these Cowboy fans, they only like Texas A&M, TCU guys. It makes sense. They damn Texas people. And I ain't realized it at first, but that's the only people Cowboys fans recommend us to watch. These Texas college players. Expand yourself,
right,
man. Expand.
But they was right about QT, man. Last year. They said, "Look, Law, you gotta look him up, man." And his uncle came to my job and said, "Look, you got to pick my nephew." And I'm like, "I don't make the draft decision."
He's okay. He's cool. QT is cool. He's a cool player. But damn, he's a productive
Texas boys. You know these Texas boys.
I like Kiki. Kiki is a problem when he want to be. I think he'll develop into one.
He's solid, sure. And that's something else about Cowboy fans too. You can be a fifth round pick and play and be good. You know what I'm saying? Shit, if you draft well, all 7 of your picks can be good. So when you hear about the Cowboys, they got a 4th round comp pick, and you be like, "Oh, 4th round, that ain't shit." That's a lie. You get a good play in the 4th round. Dorrance Armstrong, you damn maybe a damn starting end for you is a 4th round. I
want both of y'all thoughts on Dorrance, man. DA, that's why I call it. What y'all thoughts on him?
Dorrance can play. Nasty dude, mean, got length, good punch. Well, this is his college assessment because I ain't seen much of him in the pros yet. But shit, in training camp, he gave Tyron a good fight. You know what I'm saying? Came in and played some games, rotated. I'm fine with playing him. That's what we drafted him for. Play him. Koya?
I just watched Law's video on him. So for me, Dorrance he's still developing, but he's tenacious. I like his burst more than I like Tacos, but I still can't say what he'll be until training camp this year. Maybe he puts on more weight. Maybe he sheds weight. I don't know yet, but I like him.
Taco a goddamn 3-tech, man. I've been saying that for 2 years now. Put him at 3. Just in case you was ready to push David Irving off a bridge, you put Taco at 3-tech and let him be quicker than everybody inside and let him fly and thank me later.
Yep, let him go ahead and put on some weight.
Yep. I mean, shit, David Irving, what was he, like 280, 290 or something?
Mm-hmm.
Taco about 260, probably 270 or something. Yeah, let him gain about 10 more and go inside. But whatever.
I actually like that.
Chat box say take Dexter Lawrence. See, that's another one of the 5 names we say. Learn more names, y'all. Y'all need to watch my videos and learn these names. Because to be fair, we probably won't get Dexter Lawrence.
Box, how the hell do you learn all of the names, man?
I study, bro. I mean,
how do you learn all the college names though? I understand that. NFL. I study, bro. You're gonna hear it on NFL Sunday, and you're gonna also hear it on Madden. You're gonna hear their names. While we're talking Cowboys, you're definitely gonna know because you're reading on it all day. But who the hell has time after that?
And that boy be knowing it, don't it, Koye?
I tell you what,
man. Not even it's not like I just know their name. He'll tell you the man blood type.
Like watch this. Watch this.
Blood type and where his mom stay.
Like watch this, Okoye. What's your point on or your view on John Ross, Voch? What was your scouting review on him?
John Ross was a solid route runner, way faster than everybody else, but he only really ran 9 routes and slants or whatever. But when he caught his slants, he could be yak guy. But when he runs his hitches, you know what? When John Ross ran his hitches to the boundary, he always dropped them because it was always people coming down and hit him over there. But when he runs his hitches to the field, he had a lot more room to run than he was yak guy. He had that one little turnaround move that he'll do, just plant his feet, turn around and be faster than everybody else. He played for Washington, by the way. There's a couple other guys on that team. I remember watching a spring practice, John Ross versus Sidney Jones. It was a pretty good matchup for those two guys. It was pretty good, man. Pretty good.
The reason why I wanted to bring him up, he's a slot guy, right?
He can play everywhere, but
play everywhere.
In my mind, I would put him at slot. Cincinnati forcing him to be a Z guy.
Okay, so I guess they are listening to him, and he said he want to be on a trading box. He want to get released. What would you give Bengals for him? 5th, 6th, 7th, 4th?
I mean, he's a first round pick, but if he ain't working for y'all, then you lose a lot of value off the rip. So, I would pay like a 5th for John Ross. And
who would you cut on his team for him to be on his lineup? So you have Amari Cooper. Of course, you're not going to cut him. And you got Michael Gallup, and you put John into the inside with your slower Jason Witten and as well as Blake.
Look at Law trying to throw Cole Beasley off the bridge.
Lance Lenore.
I'm trying to paint a picture, man.
Lance Lenore must be shot first. If I could keep Cole for a good number and push Lance off the bridge, then I'll do that. But if Cole wants $7 million, then I'll keep Lance, kick return, punt return guy. Bench player, rotational cat, and
Lance Lenore remind me of Chris Carter, man. He can catch, run good routes, but just don't have a lot of speed. You're gonna be, the defender's gonna be on him, but he's a good receiver. Like, I think if he gets a real shot, like he hasn't really gotten a real shot,
but
if he gets a real shot to play.
But every time he get these shots, Okoye, but every time he get these shots, is either drops or he hits somebody out of bounds or he fumble. Or every time.
Yeah, special teams is not for him. That's true. He's in when it comes to that. But I'm just saying, like, I during preseason, when you actually throw the ball at him because there's no other receivers playing, he balls out, man. I like how he plays. So I don't think that – I mean, you don't forget how to run routes just because the game counts. You know what I'm saying? You don't forget how to catch the ball because the game counts.
Preseason warrior, man. No, he's not a preseason warrior. He's the off-season warrior, man. Just like when we had this other guy, Andy Jones. Remember him? Off-season warrior. But when the preseason came, he just folded up like a wallet.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's fair. Somebody in the chat box, Manny, what's up? He says, Voch, have you ever been wrong about the draft? In my mind, hell no, I ain't never been wrong. You talking to? I ain't never been wrong.
I'm the wrong guy. I was wrong on LVE. And I'm hoping
right.
that I'm be wrong on our second round draft pick this year. I want to be wrong every year.
And you know what? I keep bringing this up, man, but I need my credit. Then I'm gonna ask Okoye what he think about Randy Gregory. Boy, when Voch came out with that Leighton Vander Esch video, and Voch says, you know what? I like Leighton Vander Esch, but this Oregon game, everybody pointing me to, nobody blocked him. He ran free. When he's running free, he's amazing. Right. But boy, when they get hands on him, he doesn't deal with trash very well. He doesn't get off blocks great. And boy, when Leighton Vander Esch get all these tackles, boy, they come to my chat. Boy, Voch, what about Leighton Vander Esch? Boom, boom, boom. Man, when somebody finally got hands on him, though, don't it look different?
Yeah. Don't
it look different? So I can be critical in a scouting report, but that don't mean I'm wrong. I was just critical. Shut your face. Anyway, Okoye, I love to smack people in their mouth when they talk shit to me. My bad. But Okoye, our two guys, Randy Gregory and David Irving, of course, both of their cases are totally different from each other. But just what's your thoughts, man?
Man, it hurts my feelings, man. I was rooting for Randy Gregory. I was rooting for him hard just for the fact that, for me, I want to see what his potential is. I want to see how he can develop and what he develops into. Mm-hmm. But the fact that he got he put himself in that situation, and I don't know. I don't know if it's a Josh Gordon-esque
type of suspension or if it's truly indefinite, like where they just don't know what type of punishment they're going to give him yet. But it's sad to see that. But maybe Boyle really got a problem, man. Like he got to if he can't stay off of it enough to play ball the way he's supposed to and stay on the field. If it's not that important to him, then and we know it is, then maybe the problem's bigger than what we thought. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But as far as David Irving, I mean both those I think they played their last games as Cowboys, honestly. But David Irving, I mean they might as well throw him off the bridge now. You know what I'm saying? I'm tired of having issues with him. He can't get on the field.
Yeah.
He said on Instagram, he said something like,
"What I do?"
Yeah, he was like, "Judge me for something that I've done on the field." Anybody want to talk about my play? But he can't get on the field. So I mean, that's just my thoughts on both of them. It's unfortunate. One of them both to play for the start this year, but you know, I mean, addiction's a real thing, man. So I ain't kicking them while they down or nothing like that. But you know, obviously they got issues that are bigger than football at this point.
I was talking to Law early on the channel, and basically what I was saying is that if you look at the reports, nobody flat out said, "Oh hell no, Randy got caught smoking weed. He's out for a year." You know what I'm saying? It was more so Randy violated the conditional agreement with the National Football League, and he's indefinitely suspended, and that could be fucking 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't think, and I could be wrong. So like if I'm wrong, chat box help me. I don't think nobody said, "Hey, Randy got caught smoking weed again. He's done playing ball." What I think happened was, one of them dumb little agreements to where we can knock on your door and put a damn cup in your face at any point of the night or whatever, or you got to check in with us 8 times a fucking week or something. And Randy may have not done that, or they knocked on his door at 3 a.m. and maybe he was, I don't know, fucking clubbing with his friends. Something, I don't know. But he may have missed one of those, and it wasn't as serious as, "Oh, I got weed in my system, fam." I think it was more so, okay, Randy, we caught you, and definitely the reason we're using this word is because we don't have a precedent for this right now. We don't
That's what I'm thinking. Like, are you just the jury's still out?
Because they made this rule up. They making this shit up as they go along. I'm convinced.
The thing is though, Voch, man, and I mean, I know you got Bible thumpers and devout Muslims as well who really are against marijuana smoke. You got some who don't care, right?
Sure.
Me personally, I smoke when I feel like it, every once in a while, whatever. But I think the criminalization of weed in the NFL, I mean, to talk about it, I mean, it's not really like we go start a crusade or nothing like that.
Sure.
But I think it's blown out of proportion anyway, because you're not getting any type of edge from smoking weed in the game. You're not getting an edge. I understood when they came at Richard Sherman about Adderall and stuff like that, because they actually changed your level of focus. But marijuana, nah, man. I mean, especially if it's really for pain. Like, you allow players to take Vicodin, you allow them to take Oxycontin, you allow them to take Percocets, things like that. That's no problem, right? If they test for that, no problem. But marijuana is like, taboo, and that doesn't make sense to me. Heroin is okay, but weed is not.
Heroin is just fine. Boy, heroin's just
great.
I don't even think they test for it. I don't think they test.
That doesn't make that don't make sense to me. So for me, that's where I stand on it. Me personally, I don't. That's why when people ask me about Randy Gregory, or they ask me about David Irving, when you get mad about players drinking like a fifth of a Henny, when you get mad about that, then I'll get mad about one of them smoking weed. If you don't get mad about a college kid drinking a fifth of Henny and you see a college tape and that's totally normal behavior, which it is, right? So what's wrong? How are you mad about weed? I haven't seen anybody wreck a college dorm on weed. Ain't wreck shit but your fridge.
I think the NFL got a power struggle problem. The NBA said, "Hey, we know that all boys like to blaze, but if we start suspending guys, man, we won't have nobody to watch." The NBA got what? Six? What? How many people on the NBA court? 15, 16?
Yeah, 12 and 12.
12 and 12. So if they start suspending 2 or 3 guys for huddling up, smoking weed,
right,
they lose money. So they say, you know what, we ain't gonna touch
and
it.
the players
Baseball,
have
same
more
scenario.
in the NBA, like you have LeBron, who's like a lot more liberal and radical than most NFL players. Like if LeBron were in the NFL, he'd probably be Kaepernick, because of the shirts he wears and the way he acts on the court. When it comes to like any type of injustice, he kind of throws his hat in the game. Whereas in football, they want you to kind of bow out and stay out of those conversations. It's like two different worlds. Don't even make sense, because the people who are mad, the same Dallas fans who would be mad, or San Francisco fans who would be mad at Kaepernick, right, are the same fans who will go watch the NBA tonight and root for basketball players who are doing the same shit. They're just not getting in trouble for it. You know what I'm saying? Because it doesn't matter in the NBA. Like, when you're radical in the NBA, it's a lot. Like, you got guys talking about flat earth in the NBA. Nobody gives a shit what they say.
Mm-hmm.
But in the NFL, it becomes this big thing. Same thing like fighting. If you fight, we act like it's something ridiculous. But when we watch hockey, I watch guys in hockey bust each other up all the time. Baseball's funny as hell when somebody charges the mound. I love it. So for me, It's like, and I watch boxing. I train fighters. So it's like, hey, man, like, do we like violence or don't we? We say we do, and we watch a guy get hit in the head, and we're like, yo, you hit him. You hit him too hard. Like, what the fuck is this? Like,
Right.
Stop it, man. We got to decide, like, look, this is what it is. Like, let's stop playing. And same thing goes for, like I said, with weed, man. It's like, we got to stop playing. It's just, it's just the pretentiousness is crazy to me. It bothers me. But that is what it is.
True. I think, and it's kind of backwards, man. It's politics, man. I think the league and their sponsor dollars, they don't want the imagery of having a weed smoking football player in their league. But the crazy part about it is that nobody would know if you wouldn't suspend them. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And most of the time, when you go smoke a blunt, you're going to go like into an isolated room. You're going to be in a chill spot. Just like when I smoke my cigars, I'm not going to be all in the house with it. I'm going to be out in the balcony or out in the patio or somewhere. When I smoke my cigar, I'm going to the cigar spot. I'm not going to be just rolling in my whip with my cigar out, smoking it because I know,
Mm-hmm.
In Roger Goodell's NFL, if he were the commissioner when Tagliabue was the commissioner back when we were growing up, none of us will be Cowboys fans probably, because none of those teams would have won shit back in the day because half those dudes was on cocaine. So it's like, at the end of the day, I'm not advocating the use of cocaine in any way.
Just a little bit of cocaine will be all right for you, man. Just in moderation. In moderation.
Shout out to Hollywood, baby. Hollywood Henderson.
Right. Michael Irving snorted half of Dallas, Texas.
That's different.
Just fine.
A damn jug.
And I'm not even hating on the brother. Like, hey, that's what he went through. I get it. Okay. That was his journey. But at the same time, it's like if we were that strict on substance abuse throughout the history of the NFL, we wouldn't have half of the personalities that made the NFL what it is today. So for me, it's like, look, if you can do your job and the substance that you use to either take your mind away from whatever mental issues you're having or whatever physical ailments you're suffering from, if that just so happens to be marijuana, so the fuck be it. I don't care. I really don't. I don't care. So when we make that an argument, I think it's an argument because the media tells you it's an argument. Because I know the people at home don't give a fuck. People don't care if you smoking weed, like if a player's smoking weed, because it ain't their business. It's like caring if you watch sitcoms and shit. Like, I don't give a damn what you watch on your TV because I'm not sitting on the couch with you. You know what I mean? So it's the same thing. Like, what do I care if you take Tylenol or ibuprofen for? Why would I give a damn?
Boy, I tell you what, boy, Michael Irving snorted a whole book bag of coke back in the day, boy. That boy, he was the plug, but he ain't make no money.
Your boy Nate Newton, fam.
He kept all the supply. We ain't got that much more to do, man. It's been about an hour 15 or so. Koya, you have any like closing remarks on any free agents or anything like that? Anything you want to do with the draft? Anything along those lines before we wrap this thing up?
Free agents. The only free agent that I'm really interested in
Roger Saffold.
right now is we talked about was Earl Thomas. I think Earl Thomas, if even though you said that the leadership, we already have enough of it. I agree with you as far as we're a much more mature team than we should be.
Mm-hmm.
We're a young team, but they seem we got a few guys. Irving, I think, is kind of undisciplined, but for the most part, we're mature when it comes to preparing for games. And I think defensively, that comes from having a younger coach and Chris Richard, and having Sean Lee still out there who studies the way he studies. But I don't think an addition of Earl Thomas is like a moot point. I don't think he's just coming in and his leadership won't be felt. And I don't mean because he's rallying those guys around him. I mean leadership in the sense of he knows certain things that's required to get to that level. Same thing with LeBron. LeBron going on to the Lakers, created a different element because he knows when to turn up, when not to, what type of intensity you need to bring in certain games, things like that. So I'm after Earl Thomas. I hope we get him. I'm not going to go do a witch hunt for him and nothing like that. But if we get him, great. If we don't, I'm just as happy, honestly, with the young Xavier Woods. I don't think he has the experience, but I'm happy with the potential. I see a lot of upside in him anyway. So I'm cool with that. Heath, I would keep as a rotational guy and throw Frazier in there and give him a shot playing 15 yards off the ball in that Robber, Cam, Chancellor type technique. So, yeah, that's what I'd like to see if we don't get Earl Thomas.
I see Manny in the chat box talking about betting me, and it's the third time I've seen you talking about betting me. What's the problem, fam? Like, go to Vegas. Why you want to bet me? I ain't got no money. What to bet me for? What are we betting for? What
was the bet? What's the bet?
I don't know the bet. This is the third time I've seen him say bet. Look, I don't read the chat box very much.
He's saying bet, that's it?
I don't know what he's saying, because look, I'm trying to direct the show, and he's saying, yo, Voch, you want to bet? I'm like, bet what?
Oh, okay. I thought he was saying bet. I was like, Voch, we say that. That just means that's what's up.
I'm 26, Okoye. I know what the hell bet mean. I'm just
making sure, man. I don't know. Natchez, Mississippi might say it different. I don't know.
Man, what you trying to say, Koye?
I know what
I don't know. Y'all slang. I was just saying y'all slang might be different. I wasn't taking shots.
You know what, Okoye? You must have lost your. Okoye,
I'm pretty sure we got slang that y'all don't got. Like we say John, y'all don't say that. You know what I mean? So I'm just thinking maybe we don't talk the same.
Okoye, you must have lost your dang mind. Come on.
You go on. Yo, like that. I'm probably like 1,500 views of my on my own on that video, man. I watch that shit like every 3 days.
You must have lost your day, man. Boy, you cold with the internet. You cold with that. And I'm messy as shit. I'm messy as fuck.
That was fun, man.
Well, you gonna say, Okoye, you gonna say, you gonna trade Zeke Elliott for the Herschel Walker? Herschel Walker? Okoye, you must have lost your dang mind.
Y'all can share this to Okoye.
Y'all can show it to him. I don't care if you show. Y'all can share this with him. I don't care if you share this with him. You must have lost your dang mind.
You must have lost your dang mind.
News flash, y'all. Don't come at Okoye.
Don't come at none of us.
Don't come at don't come at me, but don't come at Okoye. Don't come at Voch either.
Oh, please don't come at Voch. Oh, please don't come. Look, Okoye has this new thing that I'm learning. I don't have it, but I'm learning it. Okoye has grown man restraint. It could have been worse.
Yeah, he could have.
It could have been worse.
One word.
Voch, you're a dangerous boy. You think dangerous, so you be trying to talk motherfuckers off the ledge.
Oh, boy.
I'm trying to talk them off the ledge.
Okoye, Okoye, look, this is something I learned about a month ago. I'm grown, but I'm not an adult yet. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm grown, but I ain't grown.
God ain't through with you yet.
You know what I'm saying, Okoye?
Yeah, it was all in fun though, man. I wasn't trying to kill him. I just said, there you go. Why you bother me? I don't know where that came from, but okay, here's some views for you.
Well, it's lemon shrimp, pepper shrimp,
pepper shrimp,
shrimp salad, shrimp sandwich, shrimp burger, shrimp and potatoes. Yeah. You can boil it, bake it, broil it, shrimp kebabs.
That was funny, man. I don't even want to do it because I was going to say I got to call Mark and holler at him, see how he felt about that. But he probably still pissed off, man. I'm like, I ain't bother y'all though, man. I was trying to keep the peace. Let's keep the peace here.
I actually went on their channel that night, and I wasn't gonna say nothing, but invite, so I said something anyway.
What they say?
What do you say, man?
I went on there, and I was like, yo, Mike. The hell you talking crazy to Okoye for? What Okoye do to you? And look,
what did he say?
And look, all I heard was Mike going, man. And I heard, and Mark was like, Okoye, you better stop. Okoye, you better stop. And I heard Mark say, I need to get Michael and Okoye on here so they can have a debate. And I'm like,
oh yeah.
I'm like, that's a terrible idea. And look,
you should have set it up.
And look, everybody in the chat box right now. Everybody in the chat box right now. I don't care because you can share this with Mark. I don't care because I'll go on his channel and talk shit to him. He know that. Y'all know that from me going on his channel. But fam, come on, man. Can we be civil? I don't want nobody losing their dang mind over here, man. I don't want to fuss. But if we gon' fuss, I'm gonna talk shit. I'm gonna laugh.
Right. I'll be having fun with it, man. I'm not mad at nobody, man. I see Mark and see Mike. I shake their hand if they want to, man.
Yeah. Like it ain't no issues here.
Playing with them. Yeah, I'll be playing with them. But it's just like I still don't want to be bothered. Like you gonna bother me? Let's do it. I'm gonna do it the way I do it. Like I did last year, man. This is the one thing. Like speaking just earnestly to everybody, man. Like the one thing I do regret about jumping in this game on YouTube that I didn't understand before I got in it was don't compromise, man. Like at all. You can't compromise. Just do it the way you're gonna do it, and just let that be that. Like that's what it is. And the one thing I regret was removing my video when me and Mark were going at it. I didn't save that video. I can't go rewatch it.
You can't go back and look at it. Yeah.
No, that was a one and done. And I'm like, every time I talk about that video, I want to watch that shit. And I work hard on that joint.
Bro, that was a cold-hearted video, man. You had the wire. You had Omar coming, man.
To me, but I felt compelled, and I didn't know, that when I took it down that I was going, my computer was going to crash, so I didn't know I was going to lose that footage. So it was like, damn, I can't get that shit back.
Mm-hmm. Koye, you are truly an artist, sir. And I'll say this too. I'm gonna say this live on my channel. Y'all can share this with Mark Holmes if you want to. I think that's y'all can share this if you want. I think that's how you get respect in their household. I think the only way to get respect in their household is to like talk shit to them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because
you gotta win. Otherwise, they're gonna grind you up.
And you know what? I give them some sort of credit for that. You know what I'm saying? I can appreciate the alpha male mentality because I remember it was Law.
It was me,
It was me, Law, and Foots, maybe Joe Rod or something. And boy, Mark invited me to come on his show, and Mark just knew he was gonna smoke me because he ain't know me. And I probably had like 8,000 subs at the time. I wasn't, I was just a little low advice. But boy, and y'all can share this. Y'all can share this with Mark. I don't care. Boy, I smoked Mark on this channel. I gained a lot of subs that day. Mark my guy. But I had to earn his respect though. I had to go on his channel.
I had to go get him.
And I had to smoke him in front of his people. In front of his people. But we built a good work relationship after that. So
exactly.
maybe that's what Okoye got to do.
But see, when Okoye came out though, it was so many people. It was so much divide, and it was like, "Hey, Law, this guy Okoye, he's doing this, he's doing that." And I said, "I don't know who Okoye. I'll tell him to his face."
Right.
You know what I mean? I forgot what I said, but I said something about you. I said, "Who is Okoye?"
Right. But the reason being, like, I was like, I didn't know what the hell I was doing. So for me, everybody had these rules. I didn't know it was like a whole world. Like, I never even knew that this was a subculture, man. I didn't know.
Boy, you must have lost your dang.
Like, you were the only one I knew about. I knew about Law, and I just watched you. I thought you were the only one doing it. So once I started finding out, like, all right, I heard about Foot and Shango and Voch and, you know what I mean, Mark, everybody. It was like, oh, okay. And people would come to me and, you know, tell me, they would ask me questions that someone else might have posed or talked about on their channel and shit, right? So then it was like, okay, I started marketing through their comments. I don't know nothing about none of that. I was like, I don't know that's bad. I didn't know shit about none of that. So I would sit and send my links through all y'all channels, everybody. So people was like, oh, are you trying to poach? I was like, I don't even know what the fuck poaching is. I'm saying, yo, I got some interesting similar content. Look at it, right? So then it became this war between me and everybody's fan base, like, yo, Okoye clout chasing. I'm like, I'm not. Yeah. I ain't know what none of that shit was, man. I'm not even gonna lie to you. So for me, that was like me just bumbling around in the dark. And then from there, it seemed like I was trying to come and like disrupt the Cowboy Nation. And I was like, and so I automatically got it. And then the video didn't help either. That one coming at Dak. So if you loved Dak at that time, you was like, that didn't help. So for me, it was like I was like, people look at me like I was trying to ruffle feathers. I'm like, I'm not. I'm just saying what the fuck I say. And then, you know, people feel how they feel about it. And I'm still like that. But now I think people are used to me. They get that I'm not intentionally being an asshole. I'm just an asshole. It's a difference. You know what I'm saying? I'm just this way. It's not like I'm trying hard to bother you. I just bother people. That's it.
As I look at my chat box, Stephanie say, y'all mean. I definitely am. I'm mean as hell. Okay. I mean, but Stephanie.
Yeah, I can't see. They probably killing the chats right now. I can't see that.
Stephanie, let me say this. Everybody in here mind their business for the most part. That's fine. Just sometimes our debates turn into shouting matches.
It does,
right?
Hey, we leaving out one guy, and Voch, you know who I'm talking about.
You talking about Fuzz?
No.
Who's talking about?
Big Game James, man.
Man, look.
Oh, yeah.
That's epic, man. But
let me tell you something.
I think the first time we met too.
Let me tell you something about you. I got a story about all y'all YouTubers. Let me tell you something about Big Game James. You can tell that Big Game James lived for the fight. You know what I'm saying? And you know what? Everybody chat about, y'all can share this with Big Game James. I don't care. Man, Big Game James, my first time meeting him, we was doing the Cowboys experience stuff, right? And Big Game walked up to me smiling real big. What's up, Voch? Shaking my hand and shit. Gave me a hug. I could, he probably been drinking a little bit. I say, what's up, James? He said, yeah, Voch, we got a show tomorrow, man. I'm gonna destroy you in front of these viewers. I say, that's how you feel? Big Game James. I say that's on your mind. I could tell that his whole plane flight, he was writing down notes. So I'm gonna give Voch with this one. Voch ain't gonna have nothing for this one. And if y'all know me, when I'm doing information,
you come prepared. You build AR-15, so you a prepared ass dude.
Thank you.
You got Allen key wrenches. You got screwdrivers.
I got them all.
Hey, and that's what he did to Mark. That joker pulled out the tape during the debate. I have yet to see that been done.
Okoye, let me tell you something. Look, I love smoke. I'm a competitor at heart, right?
Oh yeah, I can tell.
I play ball, man. I don't like to lose. And boy, we got on the show, and you could tell when Big Game James pulled out his phone and started pulling his notes up. Y'all can share this with him. I don't care. And I started smoking Big Game James on everything. Boy, I smoked Big Game live on the situation. Then I looked at him and said, "You good, James?" He said, "Yeah, I'm done." That's it. Look. Even with the Mark Holmes,
I gotta see this video.
Even with the Mark Holmes, even with the Mark Holmes video, right? With the Mark Holmes joint, look, he was up there talking. He was up there talking. Law, I tell you this. I say, okay, cool. For my third round, I had this layered in rounds of Okoye. I was like, for my third round, I'm about to pull his film out and prove my point. Man, look, I say, can everybody see this on the screen? Can everybody see this? Mark say, huh? Mark say, what's that? Mark say, what's that?
What's this here?
I pulled out the film.
What's that green screen? You got green screen?
Look, I pulled out the film and I basically put him in a corner, man, because Cowboys fans, they want everything to be new and improved and, brand new and, shiny. But then again, they want to, do things that work, do the same thing over and over, till the other team stops it. So
right, if you get cute with it, they say you should run Smash Mouth. If you get too Smash Mouth, they say you need to be more creative.
Right.
Either way, you lose.
Right. So I was sitting back in the cut like a lion waiting to pounce. Right, I was sitting back in the cut, and Mark Holmes was basically making this point about, well, the Cowboys need to be creative. They need to do something outside the box, something that nobody's thinking of. I say, got your ass. I pulled that Seahawks game where we was on the 2-yard line and we threw the ball, but we could have ran the ball with Zeke or whatever. And I was like, Mark, you see this one creative play that we play action in with Zeke, but we could have hit Cole wide open in the back of the end zone, wide open right there. You want to know why we ain't hit Cole in the back of the end zone wide open? Because Jason Witten missed the block, and I'm showing him on film. And Mark said, "Well, I mean, yeah, but the next play though." And I smoked him in front of his congregation. And now I got people in my chat box like Jazzy Jeff and Emmanuel that first saw me over there, and I think Nene and Miss Stephanie first saw me on Mark Holmes' channel as well. So I'm appreciative.
But see, it'd be the opposite for me, man. Like usually the people who come over who were like, oh no, it's one. But usually people who come over and start watching that I know were watching me from somebody else's channel. They usually come over talking shit. But we be cool though. When I see him on y'all channel, we still cool on y'all channel. Like Incognito is that boy when he do like moderate for one of y'all. We cool as hell when we be in the chat rooms on that moderation. Yeah. But whenever he come in my comments, he come with nothing but smoke. He be coming at my neck hard. True Gooner though, he's one who come over now. He actually like kind of balanced. But most of the people who ran into me from Mark's page or anywhere else, it's like Mark. A lot of Mark fans, they don't like me, bro. Like they don't like me. I don't know what it is. If I'm in their comments, it's like fucking blood in the water with a bunch of piranhas. They be coming. I know. I know I talk a lot of shit, so I don't take it personal. I laugh at it. But I'm just saying, like, it usually don't work that way. Where it's like I go on somebody's page and then their fans want to talk to me. It's usually the opposite. It's like, they be like, fuck you, fuck everybody, and fuck that horse you rode in on too, buddy.
To be fair, Okoye, you are an asshole, but I'm not soft, so I can deal with that. You know what I mean? But you can't anticipate everybody being able to deal with that. You know what I'm saying?
Oh no, that's what I said. I don't take it personal. I know that's what that comes with the territory. Like I already know that. I knew that when I started talking.
And look, don't get me wrong, Koye, you my guy, but nothing made me laugh harder than I'm starting up a live stream and the first two people in the chat box, one of them say, "Yeah, what's up, Voch? Good to have you." And not that clout chaser, Koye. Boy, I laugh. I'm like, how do we get here? I'm like, Okoye, my man. How do we get here?
That's gonna be my name forever, bro. That's gonna be my name forever. I ain't gonna
Clout chaser. What's my guy? Hustle? I forgot his name. It's Hustle something.
No, I think it was I forgot.
I think his name is Hustle Man or something. He would put that. He would give a donation and then he would say clout chasing Okoye.
Clout chasing
ass. I know what we should do, yo. We should do like a segment like they do on Jimmy Kimmel when they do that mean tweets.
Oh,
we should do mean comments.
Let's do
the meanest.
Let's do mean comments, y'all.
Yeah, we should read like the meanest comments. Just save all the mean comments and we read them shits out loud. All the dumbest comments That shit
Hey,
would be
because
fucking
we
hilarious.
be sharing them in our little what's it called, that little thing?
You
Group
be
chat.
sharing them,
Group.
Lo. You
I
be
be
sharing
sharing
them
it to you.
because them people be pissing
Hey.
you off, and I be getting mad at you.
They be law be ready to kill one of y'all. I don't know who y'all are out there, but law be ready to hurt.
Chat box,
He ready-
chat box. Let me
Coming
say
for you.
this. Chat box. Let me say this. Law Nation probably got a smooth decade on me. How old are you, Law? If you don't mind me asking.
Man, I'm 36, man.
Law,
36,
listen,
36,
y'all.
yeah, 36,
Same
yeah.
age.
Listen,
Smooth
y'all.
decade.
Law got a smooth decade on me, but Okoye will tell you. I went in the chat box mad at Law. I was like, Law, I'm ashamed of you. I told Law, grown ass man. I said, Law, I'm ashamed of you that you letting these damn people bother you.
Get under your skin.
Get under your skin, man. Make your videos and do your thing and go home. Let me say this for the whole chat box, dog. Like, I fuck with everybody in this community. I don't hate on nobody. There's one little goofy ass dude that do the videos with my Cowboys family and Space Cowboy and them. I forgot his name, but he's the one young cat. He talk a lot of shit. Hispanic fella, I believe. He goofy as fuck. And y'all can share this with him if you want to. I don't care.
I don't care.
I don't care.
He lost his dang mind.
He lost his name. He goofy as fuck. But everybody else, I'm cool with. I tell Law, Koye, man, look, make y'all film sessions, dog. Because they going to watch me, but they going to watch y'all too. It's plenty views to go around this thing.
Yeah, you do that. You say that all the time.
And I don't even want people to get conditioned to using the I come from Mark's page or I come from Voch's or from Law's page. We all one big congregation. We all one big group. Yeah. We all one, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can watch First Take, but you can watch you can watch Around the Horn too. You know what I'm saying? So watch Voch, watch Okoye, watch Law, watch Mark, watch Michael Anthony Fitness. He break down the AFF games and shit. He play games on his channel. He lost his dang mind, but go watch him. It's plenty. Amen. It's plenty views for all of us, man. So ain't no real beef here. If you see us fussing, we just talking about some shit that we believe in. Except that one goofy ass kid they be doing the round tables with them over there. That one goofy ass kid. Besides him, I'm cool with everybody else, man.
Yeah.
I remember I told you this morning. This guy.
Well said.
What's that dude name? I'm gonna go find his name.
The dude said that he blamed me and Voch for Randy Gregory's suspension. That shit was funny as hell.
Well, that's a fan, Law. You can't be listening.
Like he got.
It's funny though.
Rolling up the L and shit and handing it to him, and then lighting it up for him. That's how he got.
Yeah, you can't be listening. You just can't be listening to the help out here. So this is what I'm about to do. I'm about to search this cat name, right? Because I don't want it to be mistaken about who the hell I'm talking about.
Make sure this people clear about who you don't like.
I just want people to be clear, and it ain't that I hate him. I just think he goofy as fuck and he say shit for attention. But
what type of shit he be saying to you?
Law, what was he saying that day on Twitter or some shit? He was talking to me and Law. He was just kind of trolling us or whatever. He was just saying some dumb shit, and I was like, I forgot the guy's name, and it really shouldn't require my attention, but how I was raised, man, everything requires my attention. Everything requires my attention. If y'all want to run it,
what they say in 48 Laws of Power, reputation is everything.
It's everything.
Reputation is everything.
Boy,
you've been reading that 48 Laws.
That's why I only bother you when you bother me.
Damn, McCoy, that's better than me. Anyway, man, ain't no need for all this. We ain't got to. I ain't got to look these people up. But Okoye, where can the people find you, man?
Oh man, well, you guys haven't seen me in a while. I do apologize for that one. I've been building and trying to get this podcast set up and running. So you will be able to find my podcast. It's going to be called Okoye Media, just like the YouTube channel. But for now, until we start, we go live, which is about 2 weeks. We'll be live. We're recording now, but we want to go live with content in the bank. So we'll be going live in about 2 weeks. But until then, you can find me here on YouTube. You can find me on Instagram at @IAM_Okoye. That's AKOYE. And you can find me on Patreon at patreon.com/Okoye. And if you guys want to buy some mics or contribute to the set, I'm definitely not gonna get the money back. You know, even if you don't want to contribute. You know what I mean?
Help us grow.
Do what you gotta do.
Help us grow. Dallas Cowboys football news. Whoever that guy is on that channel, He's goofy as fuck. That little dude, he's goofy.
Dallas Cowboys football news.
Dallas Cowboys football news.
I think he cool on my page.
He cool on mine. Goofy ass, just like that. And I don't even care if y'all share this with him.
Oh no,
you done lost your dang mind, boy.
I don't even care.
We coming for you, boy. I was playing with you.
Dallas Cowboys football. I remember that name. I remember
that's a good name. That's a damn good name.
Comments.
Yeah.
I think we talking my comments are in the chat boxes and shit. I remember that name.
Anyway,
I just don't remember. I don't know what he looked like. I don't remember hearing him though.
I don't know. It ain't nothing crazy. Log, plug your stuff, bro.
Yeah, at the end of the day, we all family, guys. Y'all already know those convinced against their will is of the same opinion still. We're not trying to change our mind. We just trying to bring out the things that you guys can rewind. Cowboy Nation all day, every day. Go follow me on Instagram. Follow Koye. Koye got some cool stuff on Instagram. He got a lot of stuff out there that you guys don't see out there on the YouTube page. Follow Koye Media's Instagram page. It go hard in the paint. It do, man. And got a nice little setup with that podcast, man. I like that.
Oh, man, thank you, man.
Yeah, man. I can't wait to see it go live on YouTube one day, man.
Man, y'all going live with me? What you talking about? Y'all better get.
Oh yeah, I'll be in there. I will, man.
Segment every week. That's all that we doing this shit. Let's get it.
Well,
yes, indeed.
Since we setting up for our post football lives, the Voch's Voice podcast is on Spotify right now. It's on all your podcast streaming platforms. I've been slowly reconstructing it or whatever. I was a podcaster first. I told Law this. I was actually a podcaster first. That's my big dream. But I was good at football and it caught wind quick. So I put that down to come to football. I always said that once I get a solid audience or whatever, I would go back to podcasting. So I'm currently rebuilding back into podcast mode. So that's Voch's Voice. We talk about all kind of stuff over there, man. Just, different things is going on.
Man, have me on, man.
Jokes, threesomes, all kind of little goofy shit. So yeah, you see y'all are tuning in that. Y'all tune in to Voch's Voice podcast. And like this, sub, hit the bell. Because, look, I do a lot of shit throughout the week, and I ain't necessarily got a date for it. So I can do 5 of these shows in a week, but then I can do 1. And the only way, if you know, is you got to sub and hit the bell so you know when I drop.
Yes, hit that bell.
If you're a Cowboys fan and you want to be more well-versed in your draft talk, I drop film sessions and draft discussions where I think I'm pretty up there in the game. And that I think I'm about to the point where I can talk my shit there. Hey man, support my merch. Hold on, let me pull up my merch real fast and put my merch on the screen. Cause I got, you know what I'm saying? First of all, Metal Gear Solid. Hey man, check out the Speed Strength ass whoop joints. I got that in 2 designs, okay? Check out the I Watch Film shirts because you express yourself, right? You want to separate yourself from these other football fans. Let them know you watch film. Let them know you ain't casual. But these new joints right here, boy, these new joints. What's up, bro?
You can sell any fucking thing, bro. I'm a salesman. I was a salesman my whole life, bro.
Yeah.
Like, you could have worked on any sales floor I ever been on. You could definitely work on it, man. I'm dead. So you got me wanting to buy. I'm about to buy like some jeans. You got me trying to find the lay for the shirt in my mind. I can't even see the shit. I'm just like, strength book.
Man. Go on my Twitter, man. I used
cause you got to express yourself. I said, you goddamn right, you got to express yourself. You just sold the shit out that shirt.
I used to sell bootleg CDs in middle school.
You the CD and the DVD man.
I was CD man, and I used to sell tater chips, Jolly Rancher suckers, and Sprites, man.
I believe it, bro. Like, you can sell anything, man.
So we on point here.
Your Patreon commercial on fucking point and shit. I'm like, damn, this shit sound like Save the Children from back in the day. Like, you too can save one of these African with the flies in their eyes.
The YouTube Illuminati.
Don't turn the channel. You.
I tap into your emotions. I tap into your emotions. They are robbing your favorite YouTubers.
You can buy a candy bar. You telling me I ain't worth a candy bar? I'm like, damn, dog, that's gonna get me to give you bread every time. When you like, damn, this shit is worth
Voch will have a commercial like this in high school or middle school.
Right.
The principal only giving out 2 hall passes, but if you come to me, you can get 5 hall passes.
I tell you what, the best line.
Meet me around the corner.
I tell you what, the best line I ever thought of was less than a bag of almond M&Ms, boy. That's my best line.
Right. That's the Save the Children line right there.
Dog, you don't know how much you sold almond M&Ms as well. You need to go to the Amazon app and type in almond M&Ms and put that link in the description box, because every time I go to the gas station, I'm looking for them damn almond M&Ms.
Hey.
You can't find them shit nowhere.
You can't find them. Damn you, Voch.
Oh shit. What else I got, man? That's it. Yeah, that's it. Hey, make sure y'all follow Law Nation. He puts out a lot of news for us, a lot of reactionary stuff. You know what I'm saying? I'm not necessarily news guy because I don't want to be news guy. I was laying in bed when I got the Jason Witten news, but I stayed in bed. I didn't want to break Jason Witten news for y'all. But check out Law Nation stuff, man. Law Nation's constantly putting content out. Definitely Cowboy heavy. And Okoye, the young fast riser, he's very much a myth buster of his own. You know what I'm saying? So if he gets something that he's passionate about, whenever you get back in this thing, he'll put it on the screen and prove it to you. And I fucks with y'all, man.
I'm waiting for draft season to start dropping breakdowns, man. Like I felt disrespected. I dropped the D-Law one, and I don't have a lot of time right now because I'm training guys. So it's like, okay, I'm gonna sit down. I'm gonna break some shit down. As soon as I broke it down, I put that D-Law joint out there, and it's still less than 1,000. I think it is. So after that, y'all ain't watching shit right now, are y'all? So all right, well, cool. I'm gonna go ahead and chill. Y'all must want that.
Y'all ain't watching nothing.
I ain't watching shit. Okay, yeah, they watch the hell out of the MAF joint though. They watch that one. They just ain't watch the D-Law.
Oh boy, we had to be creative this time of year to get some content, boy.
Yes, indeed. Hey, before we run though, shout out to all of the mods, Incognito, man. Shout out to you, Savage Time. I am Jazzy, Neil, all y'all mods, man. Y'all holding it down, especially those who've been keeping me informed. That's in the Discord. The link is in the description box. Man, that Discord link go hard, man. You guys fill me up with all type of information for the nation. Really appreciate it, man. Appreciate it.
Boy, I hate Discord. Anyway, shouts out to Fusty King too. He couldn't be here tonight. Cowboy Nation TV. But hey, peace, y'all. Doski Woski, the Peasky Whiskey cost you nothing. Salute.